welcome to APNTV Newspaper Review. Here with me, I have the Punch newspaper and I have the Tribune newspaper for today. Firstly, we are going to today. Osho poll victory at Lekki Extend Olive Branch, APC Mall's Tribunal Challenge. Governor Ademola Adeleke has appealed for peace and unity in Osho State after his re-election, even as the All Progressive Congress, APC, hides its legal options after losing Saturday governorship election. Adeleke was declared winner of the poll by the INEC after polling 511,067 votes to defeat the APC candidate Bola Oyebamiji, who scored 444,815 votes. The governor won 19 of the states and 30 local government areas, while Oyebamiji won 11. INEC declared Adeleke the winner after his secure victory in 19 of the states, 30 local government areas, while Oyebamiji won in the remaining 11 council areas. The declaration made by the state's returning officers, Professor Joshua Ogunwanle, Vice Chancellor of the Federal University, Oye Ekiti, came on Sunday, confirming Adeleke returns for a second time in office. President Bola Tinubu congratulated Adeleke on his victory, describing the outcome as a reflection of confidence the people of Osun State have in the governor. Tinubu, who said he personally called the governor to congratulate him, urged him to use the second time to unite the people of the state and work with residents regardless of their political affiliation. Osun poll victory, Adeleke Extend Olive Branch APC Mall Tribunal Challenge. The full details of these stories inside the Punch newspaper for today. Another story here with me in the Punch for today. Army commander visits Sokoto community, pledges troops readiness to tackle terrorists. The General of ASA commanding 8th Division, Nigeria Army, Major General Bamba Kaguna, has visited KB local government area of Sokoto State to assess the security situation following renewed threats allegedly posed by the Nasarawa terrorist group. The visit was disclosed in a statement issued on Sunday by the Acting Deputy Director, Army Public Relations, 8th Division, Nigeria Army and Sector 2, Operation Fasan Yama Olani Osoba. Kaguna coordinated an operational assessment of the forward operating base Kebbi and surrounding communities on Sunday, following reports of a renewed attack on Nagashi community in the area. The visit came amid heightened security concerns along the Sokoto-Kebbi border, with residents reportedly fleeing some affected communities following attacks and livestock rustlings. During the visit, the GOC met with community leaders and residents, listened to their concerns and reviewed the security situation in the area. The GOC, however, called for stronger collaboration between the military and the communities, particularly through the timely provision of credible intelligence. Army commander visits Sokoto communities and pledges troop readiness to tackle terrorists. The full details of this story is inside the Punch newspaper today. Another story here with me in the Punch newspaper today. 2027 opposition urges Adeleke template to host Tinubu. A political prayer group, the G11, has described Governor Ademola Adeleke re-election in Osun State as a template for opposition parties ahead of the 2027 general election, urging opposition leaders to put aside individual ambitions and unite around a common political objectives. In a statement issued on Sunday by Saliu Lukman on behalf of the group, the G100 congratulated Adeleke and commended the people of Osun State for their determination and courage in the governorship election. The group said the significance of the election went beyond Adeleke's return to office, arguing that the outcome demonstrated was opposition parties could achieve where they overcome division and consolidated their support behind a single candidate. According to the group, the opposition major weakness ahead of the 2027 election is not a lack of popular support, but fragmentation among political parties and their leaders. The group noted that several opposition candidates and political leaders in Osun State had recognized the broader implications of the election and set aside their individual ambition to support Adeleke. 2027, opposition urges Adeleke Someplace to host Tinubu. The full details of these stories inside the Punch newspaper for today. And before we go to the second edition of this program, which is the Tribune newspaper, we would like to listen to what we have in our studio. We'll be right back for the second edition of this program.
Discover the uniqueness in the entertainment industry. African Broadcasting Network (ABN) is now the pace setter in the industry. Do you want to advertise your product and services? Count on us. We will do it much more than your expectations. African Broadcasting Network (ABN) will deliver quick and prompt services. Our quality and clarity stands us out when it comes to delivering quality broadcasting. Our staffs are hardworking and versatile in the specific field of office. Our environment is so conducive and we are open to all. We also give advice on how to run your business profitably. African Broadcasting Network is situated at
9894 Eastern Street, Suite 875, Houston, Texas 77036.
Contact phone 281-652-8396 and
832-490-8203.
Website www.abntvnetwork.com. ABN, celebrating Africans' rich cultural.
The second edition of this program. And before we go to the second edition of this program, if you'd like to join us live and direct on our social media page, you can follow us on our social media page, scrolling down of your TV to follow us on our social media page. And now to the second edition of this program, which is the Tribune newspaper. I'm tired of Osun being called civil services state, says Adeleke. Osun State Governor Ademola Adeleke has said that his major priority in his second time will be to transform the state from a predominantly civil service state into an industrialized state capable of attracting major investments. Adeleke stated this while speaking on Channels TV Politics Today program on Sunday following his victory in the August 15 governorship election. The governor said he was determined to change the narrative about Osun being regarded as a civil services state, stressing that industrialization will form a major part of his second-time agenda. Adeleke identified the development of a free trade zone and a state industrialization program as a key component of his plans to attract investors and create opportunities for residents. He also listed the completion of the state's airport and explanation of infrastructure among his priorities for the next 4 years. The governor expressed confidence that the project will be completed during his second time, adding that more people were already returned to Osun and showing interest in investing in the state. I'm tired of Osun being called civil services state, says Adeleke. The full details of these stories inside the Tribune newspaper for today. Another story here with me in the Tribune newspaper for today. 2027 Accord AAC SDP presidential candidates join force against Tinubu. The presidential candidates of the Accord Party, African Action Congress, and Social Democratic Party have resolved to work together toward a common democratic force ahead of the 2027 presidential election. In what could become a significant rearrangement of Nigerian opposition politics, the three candidates, Dr. Gbenga Olawepo, Ashim of Accord, Mr. Omoyele Sowore of AAC, and Prince Adewale Adebayo of SDP, reacted the resolution after a meeting in Port Harcourt, Free State where they deliberated on Nigerian democracy, economic, and security during the weekend. They expressed concerns over the concentration of political powers, weakening of democratic institutions, and striking space for genuine political competition, warning that Nigeria risks moving from competitive multi-party democracy toward what they describe as coronation disguised as an election. The leaders, consequently, resolved to allege their political forces toward presenting Nigeria with a joint democratic alternative in 2027. 2027 Accord, AAC, SDP presidential candidates join forces against Tinubu. The full details of these stories inside the Tribune newspaper for today. Another story here with me in the Tribune newspaper for today, which is the last story here with me. Wide jubilation across OSUN as Adeleke wins governorship poll with 66,252 votes margin. The incumbent governor of Osun State and candidate of Accord, Senator Ademola Adeleke, has been declared winner of the 2026 governorship election, sparking wide jubilation across the state. The returning officers for the electoral, Professor Olalekan Ogunwale, announced the final result at the headquarters of the INEC in Osogbo at about 7:50 a.m. on Saturday. According to the results declared from the 30 local government areas of the state, Adeleke secured 511,067 votes, defeating his closest rivals, the All Progressive Congress APC candidate Bola Oyebamiji, who won poll 444,815 votes. The victory gave Adeleke a winning margin of 66,252 votes over Oyebamiji. The Accord candidates won in 19 of the 30 local government areas, while the APC candidate secured 11. The announcement triggers paternal celebration in Osogbo, Ede, Ile-Ife, Ilesha, Iwo, Ikirun, and other parts of the state with motorcyclists, motorists, market women, youth, and middle-aged residents joining the carnival-like celebration. In Osogbo, the state capital, the atmosphere was electric as supporters poured into major streets, singing, dancing, and waving party insignias, while jubilation across Osun as Adeleke win governorship poll with 66,252 votes margin. The full details of this story inside the Tribune newspaper for today. And that's what we have for you in our newspaper review. If you'd like to follow us on our social media page, you can follow us on our social media page that is scrolling down on your TV for our social media page. That's what we have for you. My name is Kenny Afolabi. Thanks for listening and thanks for watching. Bye for now and have a blessed and prosperous days ahead.